Greetings, Grand Rising. What's going on? What's going on, lineage? This is your brother Chief, man. What the deal is here with another one. I know it's early, but it's not that early. It's literally after 12, right? In some places. If you're on the West Coast, then it's early for you. All right. But here on the East Coast, it's about 12:33. Okay. Deal is here with another one. I know it's early, but it's not that early. We got audio on Facebook. We got audio on Facebook. We about to get into this. We about to get into this. All right, check this out, man. Check this out. First things first, want to give thanks and gratitude and acknowledgement to our ancestors. You know, I continuously ask them to guide me, protect me, and just pretty much whenever I get ready to do these videos, put the right words in my mouth, words, of encouragement, words that's going to impact our people in always in a positive way, and even more so, just words that's going to touch their soul to let them know that we have to step up as the original people of the land, and we don't have any time to waste. You feel me? We have to get away from the whole idea of procrastination, revoke the citizenship of procrastination, and step back into our blood right as American Indians, the original people of the land. So, with that being said, I'm going to share a little bit of information with you. This video is not going to be long at all. I'm talking about 15 minutes tops. I'm going to come here, give the message, and be out. This is not necessarily a class or a lesson. It's just an observation. All this is strictly for knowledge purposes. And I want y'all to always open up your eyes and see things, because a lot of our people are very emotional people. Reason being, we are so spiritual that everything we do, it has transformed into emotions. And therefore, for us, our spiritual characteristics or our spiritual impetudes, basically, it transformed into a lower nature of emotions that our people just can't control. And they tend to be blinded by these emotions. You feel me? So therefore, that's why we are so compassionate. That's why we share everything we have with the world. That's why we embrace every other culture, when in fact, that feeling or that love we give others is not reciprocated. You know why? Because we are the original people of the earth, actually. And that's facts. We are the original beings. You feel me? So therefore, that's within us. And that's always being used against us. We are the most studied people on the planet. I'm going to repeat that. We, the American Indians, are the most studied people on the planet because they know the truth. All right. With that being said, let me show you how our people and a lot of other ethnic groups was duped, because the truth is right in front of you. You're just too blind to see it. You feel me? And like I told y'all before, the president of the corporation is a double-edged sword. He has to play double roles. He has to embrace the character that's in Isaiah 45:7. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. Okay, he has to embrace that, which is that Lord God that created good and evil, created light and dark. Trump has to embrace that so that he'll able to still allow people to have their free will. But at the same time, he's going to bring the light and the darkness. He's going to bring good and evil. And what I mean by that is he represents the Jubilee. And within a Jubilee, the people who were enslaved, they have to be restored. They have to be given back the land. But at the same time, if they don't see that and recognize that and take advantage of the Jubilee, they're going to go back into enslavement, because you have free will. It will be your choice. You may think you don't have a choice, but you always do. You feel me? So even if there was a big push and the initiative was put in place to get rid of so-called illegal immigrants, whether they had criminal records or not, the problem was the majority of them, okay, technically, they were not identified as white immigrants. So if we had an immigration problem or undocumented um, people in the US, and there was an issue with that and they need to be deported, why is this? Trump just signed a new executive order, and that's what we're going to look into. Once again, our people are just too blind, moving by emotions. And I stress to us American Indians, we got to keep our eyes open and see what's going on. So with that being said, let me get into this and share my screen with you. And let us go look at this real quick. All right. Where do we have that? Where do we have that? Just from fiscal against that. I'm trying to see where I have that. Give me 1 second, please. I know I got it somewhere. I got it somewhere. Leaders and give me 1 second, please. Representing the discrimination against. All right, so let me share my screen. Here we go. Grand Rising, Supreme Health and Wealth. Let me share my screen real quick. Like I said, 15 minutes and we're about to get out of here. Okay. Is that the right one right here? All right. I'm gonna read a couple of them, right? But here's one. Check this out. So Trump is signing. The U.S. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order to cut financial assistance to South Africa, accusing the country's government of unjust racial discrimination against Afrikaners and offering them asylum in the U.S. Afrikaners. Do you know who Afrikaners are? They're not talking about the people they call Afrikaners, but they added an ER to it. Afrikaners. Afrikaners are what you call it, Elon Trump's people and the likes. They're the so-called white Afrikaners or Africans in South America. Well, hold up for a second. If we were having an issue with undocumented immigrants in the U.S. and they had to go because they were using up the resources of taxpayer dollars, why are you signing an executive order to give asylum to so-called white people in Africa that are being discriminated? You see, our people don't get the games that's being played. We don't get the games that's being played. Yeah, we hear, oh, well, kick out the Mexicans. They kick out let's get into our emotions. Kick out the Mexicans. Let's take over draw. But Mexicans are actually more related. They're even more related to us than this Afrikaners that's coming here. Those are Elon Musk people. When they get asylum and they come into the Americas, what jobs do you think they're going to take? The ones that the Mexicans didn't take. And what they're going to do, they're going to make sure that they get benefits. They're going to make sure that they get pay increases because Elon Musk, that's his people. My people are just so emotional. And when a lot of them, I'm not talking about everybody now, but literally 99% of y'all just don't see the message. You don't hear the message. I mean, you listen to it, but you don't hear it. And no matter what I do to show you everything from a different perspective, because everything is not what it seems. There's always a message, a hidden agenda behind what this corporation does. I don't care who's in office, left, right, it's the same bird. Left wing, right wing is the same bird. But my people keep missing the memo. This has nothing to do with illegal aliens. It's another takeover. And eventually what's going to happen? There is going to be a war, an unrest in this country. And my question to my American brothers and sisters, American Indians, are you prepared physically? Are we united enough to deal with that? But y'all just don't see that far ahead. I've seen it. You feel me? Unless we come together and do something about it, stand up and let our voices be heard and take action as the original people and lay the laws down, because we are the only one that could make laws. We have the highest authority of any executive order that could be signed on this land, period, anywhere in the Americas. But y'all don't hear the chief though. You feel me? But I always say this, man, my people, y'all perish for the lack of knowledge, and my people are stiff-necked people. And it hurts so bad sometimes. In fact, a lot of the times. You did. So the U.S. President, Donald Trump, has signed an executive order to cut financial assistance to South Africa. Okay, you know what? Put it this way: if Africa got to deal with their situation because we got our own to deal with, it is what it is. But it didn't end right there. It didn't end right there. But you're accusing the country's government of unjust racial discrimination to so-called white people in Africa and offering them asylum in the US. In other words, let's pull another move that we pulled in Ukraine. Let's get thousands, if not millions, of so-called white people and bring them in. Y'all don't realize. They know it's the rise of the original American Indians, so-called black people. And we are the majority. They just don't want us to know that. But they have to equal the playing field physically with people. And that's what's coming in right now. So those people, these Afrikaners, they're going to get jobs in the federal government. They are the ones that's going to be getting the jobs as police officers. They're the jobs that's going to be getting the jobs as sheriff officers. But yet still my people out here playing these games. Man, I'm just so tired of this. It's not even funny, bro. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. The order critical a law signed by the South African president. We're not even going to get into all that right now. But the main point, I just showed you what's my main point here. You feel me? The main point of this is the mere fact, all right? You know, after railing so much about we have an immigration problem against all this, what you call it, Mexicans and all these different people in different parts of the Americas, you're kicking them out by the millions. You got your ICE agents, right? But turn around a few days later, and you're gonna open up our doors to white, so-called white Afrikaners because they're suffering from racial discrimination. However, we, the original American Indians in this land, we have faced discrimination every day. Our brothers and sisters are in jail. 85% of the jail population is our people. You feel me? And let's just suppose that Native Americans were the original people. Look at their state of being right now. Aren't they themselves being discriminated against? But y'all don't even see that. Y'all don't see that. You feel me? But like I said, man, my ancestors always open up my eyes and see things from a different perspective and show me the truth in everything. You dig? And a lot of people just think I'm just here talking because I got free time on my hand. But let me show y'all something real quick. Let me see if I could, give me 1 second. Where it's at. Let me show y'all this image right here. If y'all don't open up your eyes and come together, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all gonna face some things y'all have never experienced. You really think, for those of you who really think our ancestors came from Africa on slave ships, well, let me tell you something. Keep playing these games and don't come together. And if you really think that's your story, what's coming for you is going to be worse than that so-called trade slave that you think your ancestors went through. All right? Because this right here, okay? He's an Afrikaner. He's from South Africa. And that's who Trump is planning to give asylum, literally, to how many millions of South Afrikaners to come into the US. Okay, but he's here kicking out people that's been living in the Americas, Mexicans and other so-called people from the Caribbean, whether it's Jamaica, St. Lucia, Dominica, all these different places. Because a lot of so-called Black Americans, African Americans, they think that the United States is America or America is the United States. And they think that term African American or Black American only apply to them. But however, in the federal database, it shows you in their code index who African Americans are and Black people are, and it includes the entire Americas, including everybody in the Caribbean is also an African American. But y'all think it just belongs to you. No, that's just mine. Let me keep it. It's mine. All right. Keep playing the games, man. Just keep playing the games with these people. Y'all gonna learn the hard way, though. Anyway, like I said, I was only gonna come on here for 15 minutes. It's literally about almost 15 minutes. I'm about to get out of here. Message on point. Time was on point. My email is on the link below to all those who want to come together, Real American Indians. We working behind the scenes. So join us, send an email. and we'll plug you in. One love. I'm done.